Oh no, it's the Grinch stealing all the Christmas lights. Today is Monday, December 18th, 2023. It's about 4:20 p.m. and about 28 degrees Fahrenheit. We are here in Lakewood, Ohio. I'm just on Bunts Road right now, kind of where the Giant Eagle is, and I'm going to be going on Detroit Avenue to do my annual, or what's become an annual, holiday walk on Detroit Avenue, and then I'll see if I have time to get up to Madison. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to do this video today because it was like a very wet snow earlier. And snow would actually enhance the video, but the snow was like instantly turning to a very thick rain as soon as it hit you, and that would be no good for the camera equipment. But let's get up this hill and try it out. This Giant Eagle, along with the one on Edgecliff in Cleveland, are kind of the two of the smaller ones remaining. A lot of the newer ones are much bigger footprints. See, a holiday season, you have the bell ringer for the Salvation Army. In previous years when I've done this video, I've started a couple of blocks going westward, but I thought to myself, I should include Hixon's. People who are familiar with Lakewood know about Hixon's. We'll see if they have a Christmas display up or not, and then we'll go westward from there. It is a little windy, so forgive me if audio becomes scratchy at some point. Raising Cane's has some Christmas decorations up. Now we are on Detroit Avenue. So there's the Giant Eagle we just came from. Here is Hixon's. You can see the outside. They've got the gingerbread and decorations of the girl. And then if we're doing the look at the windows, you've got a big Snoopy plush with a hat on, the big giant doll, snowman, Christmas tree. Nice to still see it in operation despite I believe the originator having passed away a year or so ago. What I'm going to try to do in this year's Lakewood video is cut the footage in and out so that you're not seeing as much dead period of me walking like a block or two with no activity. So across the street there at the Westerly, they always have different arrangement of Christmas-like colors. This year it looks like it's purple and orange look. I don't remember this place here. It must be a new location called Edible. They've got some, maybe it wasn't here, they just closed you when I come by usually. That's one of the things I went by earlier this year to hopefully capture some of these businesses when they're actually open. But the next street, Lincoln in Detroit, is where I typically start this video, because that business on the corner forgive the wind, but yes, that business on the corner always has very nice window displays. I believe it's called Avenue Home or something to that effect. We'll start all the way on the left. Now all of these aren't necessarily Christmas displays, but I see some holiday flair in this far window. You've got like the doorway frame with the presents. The front windows are usually the ones that you can gaze at for a bit. They've got some nutcrackers, a big long list for Santa Claus too that someone wrote out. And then let's see how the front windows look. Alright, so this year on this side they went with kind of like a living room theme where you've got the casual chair, statue of the dog, and the presents. And then if we go up front, I think they're closed now. Oh yeah, Mondays are closed. They have an assortment of Christmas items inside. You can see the big Nutcracker soldier there. Inside some old toys like Light Bright, and then various Christmas trees. I know the glare makes it a little challenging to see it. Let's see how this window, this one's probably going to be pretty symmetrical. And what I always like to do is then zip across the street, because that place likes to decorate pretty nicely as well. I wait for the two cars to clear here. Also a nice touch, as you can see on the street post, they've got big snowflakes, and the snow is starting to fall, so that's pretty cool for the sake of this video. So Cotton luxury appointments. One new thing is this Santa Claus statue. All the years I've been shooting this video, I've never seen this out here, and it's a really, like, it stands out, the distinctness of the flashy red and the realistic lifelike nature of it. I don't know where they acquired that, but it looks very nice. So in past years they used to have a variation of a Santa back here. Looks like they've mixed that up. And I would always think of this as like a photo opportunity where you can almost sit on the bench and take a picture here. This year it's similar across the street, where they've gone with the vibe of having presents. And they're closed right now, but they also have various Christmas decorations among their inventory. I'm gonna grab one selfie with this Santa and then go back across the street. Alright, back across the street now. Let's see if I can navigate this with my glove on. There we go. We got Paisley Monkey. It's always like a children's shop, but they still put some touches of Christmas. Again, another place doing the heavy on the gift decorations. That's kind of like a red rhino. And then we'll have a couple of blocks of dead space, so this is an example of where I'm gonna stop the video and continue probably when I get close to the big Christmas tree in downtown Lakewood. Geiger's, as we approach Warren Road, has their little Christmas trees and garland inside their windows, along with their outdoorsy weather merchandise. Getting up here near Warren Road. Now, typically this First Federal Bank building on the right, when it's nighttime, you can kind of see a projection of snowflakes on the building, and Yeah, I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but I can see it right now. They've got projection of big snowflakes up there. There's those big snowflakes. Meanwhile, little snowflakes are pelting me. Hopefully the downtown Lakewood Christmas tree is lit up. That's kind of the big reveal. Oh no, it's not lit up. Don't tell me they wait until a certain time of day. This is like the key moment. Usually seeing how the Christmas tree is lit up. They have the accented lights for the blue. That leads me to believe they probably lit the tree in blue this year again. Well, I missed out when I was at Playhouse Square the other day. Their tree was malfunctioning, and after I did the video they fixed it the next day. I don't know if this one's just out or if it's on a timer. You would think they would have it up all day though. Oh well. So I've crossed over to the north side of the street now as we approach Gladys or Gladys, I don't know. Ooh, what's the right pronunciation for that? But here's the Exchange. This is one of the businesses or chains that was featured in the Monopoly edition of Cleveland. Our next business here is Lion in Blue Clothing, Gifts, and Jewelry. They've got stockings that are kind of knitted or embroidered in a unique fashion. The dress there with all the snowflakes and snowmen on it. So a different spin on the winter attire. I like the handbag there at the bottom with the squirrels on it. And then inside they've got other various Christmas merchandise like little trees and ornaments. What's weird is this awning over here almost looks like, yeah, it is. It's the same awning as the Exchange over there. What the heck? That's kind of weird. I wonder if they had an extra awning and they loaned it over here. Forgive the camera work there, just sticking my glove back on. No one's going to be eating outdoor in this weather. We're near the drug mart, and across the street is the Lakewood Public Library. The roundstone building, former church, is wrapped up in Christmas lights. This is right near Kaufman Park. Inside the CVS here, they've got a nice little Christmas tree. This is the CVS that was just next to the library. I think from my experience at Detroit, I'm going to try to head down just to this next corner here. The Roman Fountain pizza place usually decorates pretty nicely at Lakewood in Detroit. Roman Fountain is closed at the moment, but they did decorate. They've got a nativity scene. And then over here they kind of have a bunch of Dalmatians. They mix it up every year too, so it's not, as far as I can recall, it's not the same look and feel. And a cute little squirrel over there. But again, that's that Roman Fountain. Yeah, I'm not sure what their hours are. And then next to that, this place, Village Caregiving, actually has some decorations up too. Little Cleveland Browns gnome, and then a mini Christmas village set up. That looks like the Griswold house. I think it is. Oh, that's pretty cool. They've got the Griswold house there, the big tree. Let me zoom in for that. The chainsaw, they sawed the big tree there. He's plugging it in. They've got the Uncle Eddie with the RV that he was driving in. And then back there, I think they've got the Christmas Story house with the leg lamp. So it's pretty cool. If you're wondering what that noise was, that was a bunch of teenage age people feeling that biting wind blowing, and they're going ah, like screaming. Now I'm walking down Mars, one of the side streets adjacent to the library. Last year, one of the issues when I came down some of these streets is that although it's better to see the lights when it's dark, mostly for camera purposes, it doesn't always pick them up. Although I also have to say, pre-pandemic, my brother and I did like a couple of these streets in Lakewood, and pre-pandemic there was like a lot of houses done up very nicely, and it seems like Christmas decorations have kind of faded to a degree. I do remember this one, the peppermints that are strung out, although only a few of the peppermints are lit up presently. Other than that, you've got the dragon inflatable and the big reindeer and Santa inflatable. That's another house across the street with that similar Grinch stealing the lights setup. This house has lights around all their patio windows, along with blow mold decorations, a couple of choir blow molds. We're early probably for some of the lights, but there's like the setup with the color of the houses sometimes fit right in with the Christmas spirit. And then who doesn't like the abominable snowman and Rudolph as decorations? So after Mars, I looped around to Arthur. I'm going to go about halfway down this street because there's a couple of inflatable style houses there. And then I want to circle back up to Madison. That snow and wind is picking up. Let's see if these inflatables can tolerate it. You got a Mickey and Minnie, Yoda, Frosty, and then the archway with Santa and Elf and some nutcrackers. And then ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, Santa with only 3 of his reindeer, but I guess that will suffice. And then this one, I know earlier I talked about the abominable snowman, but this is an annual treat here because they have all of them. They've got the abominable snowman here, putting the star on the tree. Then Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer is nose blinking. Cornelius, and then the elf, the dentist. Yeah, I always love this house. This is one of my houses I cherish seeing every year. It's nice that the snow just started literally covering the ground too. All day it's been snowing, but that rainy snow I talked about at the beginning of the video, now you're seeing it slightly start to stick. Alright, I'm going to try to head up to Madison real quick. Hopefully it's not too dark by then to see some of the window displays up there. So I'm up here where Madison intersects Hilliard. And one little bit of sad news, it looks like New Moon, which is the corner store I always would start on when I did Madison. They had like a bunch of, like witchcraft type of stuff, but also holiday themed things. Their store is cleaned out, so they must have gone out of business. But the custom picture framing spot still has all of their Santas returning from last year. Their wide range of collection. I wonder if someone took the time to compare year by year, like how much different the setup is. Do they try to mimic it and replicate it each year, or do they go for like a different arrangement each year? And they don't, as far as I know, they don't sell this stuff. They're a picture framing place, so this is just their decorations. I don't remember that, the garland, or whatever you call that, like the birthday party thing up top with it spewing out of Santa's mouth. The Blue Cafe has some simple ornaments in their window. And at the corner of Westwood and Madison, Cuyahoga Collective has a tree and lights up. Jameson's Patio Tavern has a bottle display shaped like a Christmas tree. And then this is $2 Food and Spirit. I always like how most of the bars get in on the holiday spirit. Let's see here, is Barrio getting in on it? I have to imagine they are. Yep, they've got the bicycles with Christmas lights around them and also dangling from the ceiling. The annual beer keg tree outside of this place is still up. And I just crossed over to the other side of Madison, the north side. Closets by Design has some display up. Vapor Kings even has window display up. So you don't have to have a certain type of business. Anyone can do holiday displays. Book Brothers. I believe there's 2 different bookshops here on Madison. Christ Child Society. And this is Mars Cafe. The next block should be where we get to one of the bakery shops. Unfortunately, I heard sad news the other day. There used to be a place called Fears Confectioners here, and that place did go out of business like either earlier this year or last year. But that person who operated it, the Fears woman, she actually passed away in a car accident that someone else caused. She was like struck by a vehicle, and that was just like yesterday or 2 days ago. Here's the Another window display. This one is the bookshop in Lakewood. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Probably during the daytime you may see their cat hovering around here. This window display is dark, but they have the Easter Bunny there. When I say Easter Bunny, of course mean Ralphie from Christmas Story. I don't remember this place in the past. It's called Home for the Holidays. Featuring some like Cleveland ornaments. Yeah, here's the former, that must be the Home for the Holidays that took over. You can see the former sign says Fierce Confectioners. And that's probably what the flowers are for in remembrance. Elmwood Bakery is still here. That was the bakery next to Fierce. See there, cakes and Santas. And then last but not least, the ever lovable Mally's candies. They always stand out on Madison because, well, A, it's Mally's, B, these two big Christmas trees with the lights on them. Nice window display, a cottage of flowers. And then we saw Applejack's Toys in downtown Cleveland's Tower City the other day. This is their Lakewood location, with Christmas merchandise as well at Cohasset and Madison. So my sign-off footage for Detroit and Madison and Lakewood did not quite appear correctly when I recorded it, so you get a little bonus footage the following morning inside the Cleveland Arcade. If you enjoyed our little Lakewood walk last night, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and happy holidays. We will see you next time.